Okay, what do we have now? This is convert a linear equation in standard form to slope-intercept form. And this is code NKM for your 8th grade IXL. What is this question? It says rewrite the following equation in slope-intercept form. It gives us 8x minus 17y equals 1. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, okay? So here is what we do. Take your paper, we're going to write the problem down. We're going to write 8x minus 17y equals 1. So what we need in slope-intercept form, we need it to say y equals mx plus b. So we want to kind of look at what do we need to get rid of on this side of the equation so that we just have a y. And what we need to get rid of is this 8x and this negative 17. So we're going to use algebra to get rid of that. So to get rid of the 8x, we're going to subtract 8x from both sides. Okay, because it's a positive 8x. It's a term that we need to get rid of that term. So subtract that 8x. Well, what do we have left on this side? We have negative 17y equals. Now the negative 8x is actually on this side now. So negative 8x is over here plus 1. And just as I said before, we still need to get rid of this negative 17. Now, since this negative 17 is multiplying that y, we need to divide it by negative 17. And that means we need to divide this side by negative 17. This is tricky, but watch what I do. So this cancels out, leaving y is now by itself. Now this negative 17 is actually going to divide all of the terms on this side. Okay? So think of it as negative 8, negative 8x divided by negative 17 and 1 divided by negative 17. So let me rewrite it. I might be running out of space here, but I will try my best. So negative 8x divided by negative 17, and 1 is being divided. So I'll do plus 1 divided by negative 17. Now, the only thing we need to do over here is cancel out these negatives because 8 and 17 do not divide. So the negatives and negatives become positive. Okay? So this becomes positive. So now we have our answer. Our slope is 8/17 x. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to write 8/17. See, 8/17 positive x. And our b is negative 1/17. So I'm going to get rid of that and write negative 1/17 and hit submit. Let's do another one because that was pretty tough. Let's do another one. Okay, so rewrite the following equation in slope-intercept form. So we have this, it's in standard form right now, and we need to write it in slope-intercept form. So just remember, you can do what I do, just type it in, y equals mx plus b. I recommend actually pausing it and seeing if you can solve this just based on what you saw, and then check yourself by seeing the answer at the end. So let's, assuming that you did that, let's go ahead and rewrite the problem. So we have 12x plus 19y equals negative 8. So we want it to look like this. We want it to be y equals mx plus b. So as I said before, smart thing to do is just go ahead and circle the terms or items within the term that you need to get rid of so that you have just the y on the left. So that would be 12x and this 19, positive 19. So let's start by getting rid of the 12x by subtracting 12x from this side. Then we're going to subtract 12x from this side. It's going to cancel this, and it's going to leave you with just the 19y on the left. And you now have the negative 12x on the left, right-hand side of the equation. And we also have this negative 8. What else do we need to get rid of? We need to get rid of this 19. Now this one is multiplying this term, so we have to divide. Divide by 19. And remember, this divides by 19, and this divides by 19. Okay, it divides every term. So this cancels out to 1, so we could just leave it as 1y. And then the fraction, your slope will be negative 12/19 x. And your y-intercept will be negative 8/19. Now, the only thing you have to do, make sure that you are checking for simplest form. None of these things simplify, so that will be your final answer. So let's type it in here. So your slope is negative 12/19, and your y-intercept is negative 8/19. Negative 8/19. Go ahead and hit submit, check our answer, and we are good.